Hi everybody, I'm State Senator Tracy McCreery. Thank you for tuning in for my weekly update. There are just 3 weeks left in the Missouri legislative session. We have to adjourn by 6 p.m. on Friday, May 17th, so a lot of things will be happening in the next few weeks. On Monday of this week, there was a pretty extended debate on an omnibus bill relating to utilities like your electricity and gas and water. I am committed to working really hard to make sure that you keep as much money as possible in your pocketbook. So I'm working with folks on all sides of these issues to see if there is any compromise available. But I just want you to know I'm looking out for you and making sure that you don't pay any more than needed for your utilities like gas and water and electricity. We also debated a really interesting bill this week that has to do with responsible paint recycling. So every year in the state of Missouri, about 1.3 million gallons of paint just in the state of Missouri go unused. And a group of paint manufacturers want to take on the responsibility of putting a paint recycling program in place in the state of Missouri. And it would save the state of Missouri over $12 million, and it would also save a lot of money for local counties and cities that are trying to manage unused paint and paint recycling at the local level. So I hope that the senator from Cole has good success with this bill. If you're interested, if you're like me, you have unused paint in your garage that might need recycled, you can go to paintcare.org and find a spot for recycling. So there are some things available around the state, but they're on very limited days. The reason this bill would be helpful is we would have a place to go 24/7, 365 to be responsible with our paint recycling. Unfortunately, a bill that would take Medicaid funding away from health centers that are affiliated with Planned Parenthood. These are clinics in both urban, suburban, and rural communities that provide important health care to both men and women. Things like STI and STD diagnosis and treatment, breast cancer screenings, well woman exams, and probably one of the most important things that they do in the state is they make sure that folks have access to the contraceptives that are best for them. Today, a bill was signed that would take away that Medicaid funding for those health centers. I'm quite concerned about that because the Planned Parenthood health centers see about 30,000 patients a year, and they are our safety net here in the state of Missouri. And by eliminating them from the Medicaid program, I'm concerned that there's simply not enough excess capacity out there to absorb all of those patients that are looking for quality, trusted reproductive care. So if you're frustrated about that like I am, I urge you to go to moconstitutionalfreedom.org. There's still time in this next weekend to sign a petition that would make sure that there is reproductive health care access and regardless of how the patient pays for their health care. So that petition you can find, if you go to moconstitutionalfreedom.org and then click on events, you can find places to sign the petition. And there'll be locations all around the state if you want to sign. Those petitions have to be, or the signatures have to be turned in by May 5th. So we're running out of time on that. But please go to moconstitutionalfreedom.org, click on events, and you can find a place to sign the petition near you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to giving you an update next week.